back. Look, you can see from here. Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone. As you just saw, we are officially moving into the garage. I want to give a big thanks to my brother. He's the one that was helping me out. He helped me with a lot of the heavier stuff like the tool chest and the air compressor and a lot of other things too. So right now there's a lot of things that need to be situated. I need to put some things up just so I can get this place functional. I need to get it set up. So I don't really have a particular order that I want to do these things, but I think one of the first things I want to do is get the hose reel mounted up, get the air compressor going. I do want to put like a water separator and some of that other stuff, but for now, the goal is just to get it working, get some of this shelving up so we can get a lot of this stuff off the floor. I have some brand new Husky cabinets that are going to be mounted up here. I have to find a solution to get those mounted. We still have this sub box that I built and I still have yet to hear, so real soon. But we have some more Husky shelves, brand new workbench that still have not used, still in the plastic. I need to get some shelving for this area for a lot of stuff that, I'm definitely gonna need a lot of shelving. So hopefully we can get all that figured out. Realistically, this is gonna take me a few days to get everything done, but I'm gonna bring you guys along the whole process. I really think everything's gonna come together really, really well. Got the cabinets mounted up and check it out. These things came out awesome. So as you saw, I had to drill some big holes in here so that I can use these lag bolts, I believe they're called. Pretty much you just slip these in. Once they're in, it'll open up and you just tighten it and this little clamp will grab onto this metal, which is very thin, but thick enough to hold this. I use 3 of them per cabinet, so this thing is very solid. It's definitely strong enough. Most of the weight is resting on that bar, so I think we're good to go. This is gonna work out perfect for me. This is definitely not gonna stay like this. Right now, everything is boxed up for moving. I do wanna get some storage bins just to keep everything organized on the shelves. But all of this is off of the garage floor, so that's all that matters to me right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and check this off. We can move on to the next thing. It's raining outside. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but that's kind of a nice welcome change because we haven't had much rain over here. Anyway, it's been a few days now. A lot of work has been done. There was not a whole lot of talking in this video, but really I just wanted to get in here, put my head down, get to work, and that's what I did. It may not seem like a whole lot of stuff was done, but trust me when I say that every single thing that I did required so much work to get it installed, to get it to work, more than it should have, just because of the space that I'm dealing with. But it's done now, so I'm happy that it's at the state that it is. So it's not 100%, like I said, but there are some things that I want to do. I want to build a workbench, some more shelves, and there's probably going to be some other things along the way I realize that I might need once I start using the space. But we can always get to that later. I can just kind of mix it in with the other videos. We're definitely at a point now where I can get in here. I have all my tools, at least most of them. I know where everything's at. So I can start using the space finally, which is what I've been waiting for all this time. So all that being said, let's turn this camera around. Let's check it out. I'll show you everything that's been done so far. I think it came along pretty well. So here we have the cabinets. I have the detailing stuff, different adhesives and some other things in there, all my paints. Have a nice workbench that I'm gonna try to keep as clean as I can. That's the reason why I wanna build a second workbench over here that I can actually use and abuse and get dirty. I can do a lot of my wiring and, you know, keep this one clean for some of those jobs. But that's gonna be coming down. I did not like that. I got those from Harbor Freight. Super wobbly. I don't like these at all. So those aren't gonna stay. Got the hose reel mounted. Everything is nice and clean. I did use soft lines. Normally you would use like copper or galvanized steel or something like that. This is the same exact setup that I had at my home, and honestly, I've painted with this. I've done a bunch of jobs with this. I've never had any issues with water or anything like that, so I'm just gonna run it like this for now. If I don't have any issues, then there's really no reason to change it. But either way, compressor's set up, this is working, it's ran nice and clean. This is my compressor, a 30-gallon, same one I use in my home garage. I did have it plugged in, but I moved it out of the way so I can do some little like touch-up painting and stuff. But tool chest is all ready to go. I started organizing up here, but it just gets messy every single day, so trying to keep up with that. This thing was a nightmare. Here we have the wall control. We have most of my power tools, clamps and stuff like that up here. There are a few things missing, but most of my stuff's up here. This system is really awesome. It has everything right where you need it. It's just a matter of figuring out which combination of clips and hangers and stuff that you might need for your tools, for your measuring tapes, all this good stuff. But once it's all situated, it works really well and it looks nice too. This was a pain because I had to figure out a way to get these mounted to this wall here that you could see is all different ridges and shapes and sizes, and that was kind of difficult. But not only that, this is just sheet metal, so that's not going to support any weight. But what I did was, there's a beam running across here on the other side, just like this, and that really is the only structural piece on this wall. So what I did was I drilled into that, I cut down some 2x4s, and I ripped them down so that they fit perfectly in this little channel. Drilled those in, anchored them with some bolts, super tight and secure, and I put some construction adhesive just to keep everything tight and in place. And on top of that, I ended up using the OSB, painted it black just so that you don't see through the holes, because you would see through it if I didn't do that. It was a lot of work, but in the end, we finally have this, and I really enjoy having it. It works well for me. I can see everything that I need, and I'm really happy that it's up. It's holding up strong. Looks like the garage build is finally coming to a close for now. If you were following along, you would have seen the condition that this place was in when I first got it. And it was pretty rough. It was dark, dingy, and you look at it now, it's come so far. I said that I wanted to take some time to make it my own, and that's exactly what I did. I can now comfortably work in here. I have all my stuff in here. It feels like home for me, and I'm ready to work. The Ram has been sitting there. It's been on hold all this time. It's still in the same state that it was when you guys last saw it. It's still somewhat taken apart on the inside, and I just haven't done anything because I wanted to document everything, film everything so I could share every step of the way with you guys. And that's what I did. So I've been driving it around like that, and it's really been hurting me to see it in that state, but that's finally gonna change. There's so much coming besides the Ram stuff. I have some other things going on in the background too. I'll make sure to update you guys along the way on all of that. But for now, these next few videos are gonna be getting back to it. Very excited for all of that. You don't wanna miss it. So make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Follow along, you don't wanna miss these videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.